Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you'll enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Krider. Storytime is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Krider partake in some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This story is called Pre-Gaming is Pre-Drinking by Rob Krider. Hey, that's me. I recently noticed something very interesting about my wife when the two of us are preparing to go out for a night on the town. While we are both in the bathroom brushing, combing, and plucking, my wife has an open beer sitting on the bathroom counter. Last weekend I asked her, "What are you doing, baby? In 30 minutes we're going to a bar to get beers." "You already have one?" Unfazed by the question, she kept plucking and simply replied, "That's my getting ready beer." I didn't know there was such a thing as a getting ready beer. Apparently, it's a real thing. As it was explained to me, a getting ready beer is a crucial component of being able to cope with the stresses of outfits that no longer fit, hair that won't curl, and husbands that ask the same stupid question over and over and over again. Are you ready yet? It was further explained to me that a getting ready beer is also a safety device so that husbands don't get a hot curling iron jammed in their eye when they continue to incessantly ask the same stupid question. Now are you ready yet? The short answer is no, I'm still drinking my getting ready beer. I have come to accept the getting ready beer for all of its wonderful benefits. I don't get my eyeball burned out from the curling iron, and my wife is cool and relaxed as we head out for an evening away from the kids. However, the consumption of a getting ready beer does immediately delegate me as a person who will drive, since my wife has jumped the gun and already started to enjoy her evening ahead of everyone else. Oh well, happy wife, happy life. And in my house, a getting ready beer equals a happy wife. Some people refer to the getting ready beer with a different term. They call it pre-gaming. If you want to prepare for the party before you go to the party, then you pre-game by doing some pre-drinking before you do your actual drinking. If this whole thing sounds confusing, it's probably because you're sober. Drunk people understand this concept clearly, and it seems perfectly reasonable to them. You don't want to show up at the bar to get drinks without at least one drink already in you. Walking into a bar completely sober means you're probably the cops. Once we have finally arrived at the bar, I've noticed that my wife does another peculiar thing. She will tell the bartender, "Can I get a drink, please? But this is my last beer." Then 20 minutes later, I will hear her tell another bartender, "Okay, I'll have a drink, but this is my last beer." I asked my wife about it and she says, "I think I've had 3 last beers tonight." Based on my wife's logic, she never had anything to drink. Her first drinks were getting ready beers, and her drinks at the bar were all her last beers, meaning she never really had any regular beers at the bar. Confused again? You should be. But to try and explain it using second grade arithmetic, it deals with the number line. You can't get from 0 to 1 until you add 1 to 0. And you can't get from 1 to 2 until you add 1 to 1. If you never had 1 beer, then you can't add another beer to the 1 beer to get to the number 2 beer. And if you never had that 1 beer, then how can you get to your last beer? The pre-gaming / last beer method, which results in 0 beers consumed, is a complete paradox that should be blowing your mind. Regardless of the paradox, if you use this method and then blow into a breathalyzer, you will be going to jail. Which brings me to my next point, avoiding jail through exploiting your children. After all the getting ready beers and all the last beers, eventually it's time for my wife and I to mosey on home. Being socially responsible people, we leave our car behind and get a ride home from a sober driver. Most people use Uber these days, but we use Coober, which is kids Uber. Coober is our own teenage kids giving us a ride home any time of the night from anywhere. The best part about Coober is it's the right price, which is free. The bad part about Coober is our kids like to judge us when they pick us up. I try to explain to them that their mom didn't actually have anything to drink. But the kids don't want to hear their inebriated dad explain the simple complexities of the number line while they are driving. They just want to get some fast food in us to shut us up and take us home. A smart move that any Uber or Coober driver should utilize when chauffeuring around talkative drunks. Our children often get frustrated with us because when we are asking for a safe ride home, we usually don't know exactly where we are. We only know the following facts. We are at a bar, and we know mom is currently having her last beer. It could be any bar within walking distance of the first bar we attended where we abandoned our car. My wife and I are free spirits, which means we like to drink spirits and then wander around looking for a bar we've never been to before. My wife, whom I love, has never met a bar she didn't like. And as we walk to the next place to have my wife's next last beer, we discuss the enigma of the number line / last beer brain twister and also try to solve the rest of the world's problems, like a reasonable third choice for a presidential candidate. You may be thinking that my wife and I may have a drinking problem. That is truly not the case. We have absolutely no problem drinking. Our only problem is finding our car the next day. By the way, Cooper is the real reason you want to have children.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails, the podcast live on tape from the bungalow here in the studio. It is a wonderful Christmas time of year. I've enjoyed an entire day with my in-laws. And to get through it, I had to use a growler of Tactical Ops Double Nickel 9 IPA. Not that I don't enjoy my in-laws. My in-laws are actually great. But it's sort of like a standard thing with your in-laws. Like, you're sort of like, if it's not your family, you get to be the one who drinks, right? Heavily? Would you agree with that?
I drink heavily when I'm with your family, yes.
So then what I'm saying is agreeable to you.
I also drink heavily when I'm with my family.
Well, that's the thing. You have your own alcohol problem. Right?
I'm super confused. I drink heavily when I'm with anyone's family.
True.
Oh shit, do I have a drinking problem? I drink heavily.
What are you drinking right now?
This is called, it's a Chardonnay. It's called Butter.
Nice.
And that's all I got for you. It's a Chardonnay from California.
It's a Chard.
It's a Chard.
Well, you're doing the wine thing. I'm doing the IPA thing. Double Nickel 9, 10.9% ABV. It absolutely fucks you up. You can hear it in my voice. But here's the thing. I had a very wonderful thing happen to me today. As a father, during Christmas time, I got the most wonderful gift.
What was that?
My daughter came home from Los Angeles.
Oh, I had that gift too, because she's my daughter also.
Yeah, but as a father, it meant more to me. Like, here she is, back from LA. She's doing her comedy down there, comes home for Christmas.
Wait, it meant more to you?
Yes, more to me, because my heart is bigger than yours.
I grew her in my uterus for 9 fucking months.
Yeah, but then you hold that against her, because she blew your vagina up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
No, you hold that against her, because she blew my vagina up.
Kind of. Well, anyways, I'm trying to tell you about my daughter. I'm trying to keep it clean here.
Our daughter.
It's a family fucking show.
Right.
All right, let me get to this.
Okay.
My daughter comes home, and we're having Christmas at grandma's house, not my grandma, and hence the alcohol. And my daughter comes in, and she looks gorgeous. And I said, oh. And then I see this thing on her neck.
A little blemish.
And I was like,
a little bruise.
Did my daughter bring a fucking Christmas hickey to grandma's house? A Christmas hickey.
A Christmas hickey.
So we pointed out, and then grandma gets involved. And then all of a sudden, grandma's like, you're a Christmas whore. Like, the Christmas whore is here. And then the next thing I know, like, they're pouring glasses of wine. And if it's like a kind of a tall pour, they're calling it the whore pour. And all night long, it's just Christmas whore, Christmas whore, Christmas whore. I'm like, this is my daughter. It's Christmas time.
Well,
you
maybe,
can't say
okay,
Christmas
wait.
whore.
Maybe we should let her speak for herself.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, because
we have a special guest here.
The first time ever on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, we have a guest, the Christmas whore.
Hey, Christmas whore.
Christmas whore in the house, y'all. Ready to make all your Christmas wishes come true. By the way, hey, my name's Addy. I'm Sara and Rob's daughter. I live in Los Angeles. And hey, I was sitting here the whole fucking time they're talking about my mom's vagina. I'm here. I'm the Christmas whore. And let's party.
Let's party. What are you drinking, Christmas whore?
I don't know, wine. My mom poured it for me. I really don't give a shit.
Did you get
it's
a
alcohol.
whore
I'll
pour?
take some. I would say I got a whore pour, but if I poured, it's a whore pour. If I go for a walk, it's a whore walk. If I, have a pizza, it's a whore pizza. It's just what, I carry it with me now. It's my shadow, Christmas whore shadow. It's thank you to my grandma.
I will say this.
She bestowed that upon me.
As you keep saying all this whore stuff, I just feel like we are horrible parents. Like, I'm just like, I just can't even hear my daughter fucking talk like this. We have made major mistakes in our lives.
Oh, you've
Have her
heard me
speak
say
like
a
this.
lot worse, especially when I have a microphone in my hand in a room
Yes.
full of strangers, and it trips them out every time. They literally whisper to themselves like, dude, her parents are here. And I'm talking about butt stuff on stage, and you know what? Now I'm going to tell everyone that my grandma calls me a whore.
Yeah, I've been to a
Well,
lot of your shows, and
Look,
they've been rough.
Okay. In my mother's defense, because this is my mother, she doesn't just call you your regular, ordinary day whore. I'm the
Your-
Christmas whore.
specifically your Christmas whore. It's almost like
It's kind of sweet.
It's
like
festive.
a term of infection, or a term of infection. It's a term of affection.
Mm.
No,
And it's true because my brother, whom I love, will find any excuse to call me a dumb whore. So to hear that I'm a Christmas whore,
oh,
and
that's
I
an
probably
upgrade.
smell like chestnuts and
On an open
glitter
fire.
and on an open
Yeah.
fire,
Well,
and
that sounds
I'm
nice.
sweet, and I'm warm and cozy, and the Christmas whore, that sounds a lot nicer than dumb whore, and I accept it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It wasn't actually your grandma that called you a Christmas whore.
It was probably you, wasn't it?
It was
It was
me.
fucking you.
Yeah.
Of
Oh, it
course
was
it
you?
She's-
Well, I only heard your mom repeat it 1,000 times at
Well, yeah,
Christmas.
Oh no, she really got onto it.
She's a
Yeah.
repeater. I mean, it does have it's catchy. You know what I mean? So I said it under my breath. You were like, "Oh shit, what is this on your neck, Addy?" And you're like Aki, because she's like a hickey. She's like an Addy with hickeys, so we just call her Aki. And so you're like, "Cover that shit up. You don't want your grandparents to see." And you're like trying to pull her hair down, and she's just like, "What? Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed." And then I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ, you fucking Christmas whore!" And I said it under my breath. But my mom, my mom is
That's almost worse.
Well, she
my mom
has
is
superpower
70 years old,
hearing.
and she has superpower hearing.
She
And so
does.
she just comes out of nowhere, and
Do
she's
not
just
talk
like,
shit around her.
and she's like, "What? My granddaughter is a Christmas whore," and she's like offended that I would call her that. But then she's also like empowered because she is like old school, so she doesn't get to call women whores. You know what I mean? And now she has like,
Oh, it was real fun for her.
oh, she has like a
Yeah.
free pass.
Yeah,
And
she had a
she's like,
big day with the whore word.
right. She's just like, "Oh my God, do we just get to call each other whores? Like, this is like my greatest day ever." And yeah, so she was just like, Christmas. She was like, "Here's your Christmas present, you Christmas whore. Pass the salt, you Christmas whore."
Yeah, pass
She
the salt,
really
Christmas
got-
whore.
She really got into it.
So the Christmas whore stuff, it started to be a theme at this year's Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
Some people have mistletoe and presents. We just had Christmas whore. But then we did a white elephant gift exchange. And then Grandpa opened up a massager. And then for like muscle massage. And then it had like different attachments. And he was putting on this little ball. And then my daughter looked at him and says, "Grandpa, that's for your vagina." And I was like,
True.
"Yes, you did say that."
Not correct. I said under my breath for everyone else to hear, not Grandpa, even though I was sitting right next to him.
But he
I
didn't
said,
hear,
he didn't hear. He doesn't have good hearing. I said, "That's for your vagina," because I thought it was funny. Because these things, they do vibrate like a motherfucker. I'm like, somebody's got to use this
Well,
on their vagina.
He was trying to figure out what it was. It was this massager from Amazon, but he didn't understand. So he's opening it. He's opening this white elephant gift, and he's just like, "Is this a tool? Like, what is this a tool? Is this a power tool? Like, how does this work?" And so we were all trying to help him. We were like, "Grandpa," and we're like yelling because he's deaf. "Grandpa, it's a massager." And so everyone is like telling him, "It's a massager." And I'm like trying to like show him like the accessories. And your Uncle Skylar is trying to show him like where the charger cord is. And then you are just like, "You old fuckers, you guys are so stupid." And that's when you were like, "It's for your vagina."
But I didn't say Grandpa.
I just heard you say, "That's for your vagina, Grandpa."
You didn't say
And then immediately your 17-year-old cousin's like, "I would like to trade for that vibrator." I was like,
Oh yeah.
"Whoa,
Well, first of all, tell
why did
them.
why did the Christmas whore bring a gift?"
There you go. Yeah. No, tell them who brought that gift.
Well,
the
yeah.
white elephant. That was
Yeah,
Christmas
that
whore
was
for you
you.
right there.
You brought
And I'm
it.
happy it ended up with her because if she needed a vibrator, she could have called me, before and I'd help her out. But I'm glad eventually I was the one to get her first vibrator.
Thank
That
you, Jeff
all-
Bezos.
that all was happening. Like, it was like too much for me to even like absorb. Just like grandma's yelling at you, like, who brought the massager, you Christmas whore? And then you're like, "It's for your vagina, Grandma, you dumb whore." And then Dylan, who is 17 years old, she's just like, "It's my turn now. I'm gonna steal Grandpa's vibrator." And she takes, and it was just all too much for me. I'm just like, "Where's the wine? Can I have another glass I'll take another glass of wine, please. Thank you very much."
It was a great Christmas, and that might be because I was the center of attention. I was the Christmas whore, and I had a great time.
Shocking.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
being the center of attention is always fun.
It's
Even when
fun.
it's awkward,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
fun.
And I
Now that
have
we've
this
lost
shadow
every
Christmas
single
whore.
person who has any sense of what being a parent is on this show, let's go to the story.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, the story this week is called "Pre-Gaming is Pre-Drinking," published August 24, 2016 in the Santa Maria Sun. I don't even remember the story until you read it tonight. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then you were like, it's a funny story. And Addy was laughing. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm a pretty fucking good writer, man. It's a funny story. It's about, shocking, alcohol.
Yeah.
And really about kind of your amount of alcohol that you imbibe in and ingest.
God, it's like there's a theme with this podcast.
I know.
I know.
Stories and God, I can't.
Yeah, there's a sign on the wall.
Well,
the
funny thing is earlier today, Addie comes downstairs and she's like, hey, and she's like in my kitchen. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, Christmas whore, get the fuck out of my kitchen. There's no room for you in here.
Why don't you go pick up the dog shit?
Yeah. And it's like, what are you doing in my kitchen? Everyone knows, stay the fuck out of my kitchen. And she's like, well, I need a pregame drink. Like I need a getting ready drink. That's you
getting
literally
ready
said.
drink. I need a getting ready drink.
You go, what liquor
At
do you
2
guys have in
p.m.
here? I
Yeah.
need a getting ready drink. And I was just like, whose fucking daughter are you? Get the fuck out of here with this getting ready drink. Like, no, we don't do that. We're classy chicks up in here.
Yeah, you're
We
a fucking
arrived
liar.
sober.
I was so offended. I was like, "Who are you? What do you have dementia right now? Do you not know who you are and who you raised? Getting ready to bitch, I was gonna pour you one. I thought maybe you would want one too. Like, what is happening right
Well,
now?
and now we found out that you actually coined this term. This is your term. You made this up.
No,
Getting ready
You did.
beer.
Getting ready drink, getting ready beer. I've always called it pre-gaming, but yeah, when you sip on something getting ready, that is a getting ready drink, a getting ready beer.
I did not
Ready
coin that.
cocktail.
Everyone says that.
No,
No, they
most
call it
people. Well, first of all,
pre-gaming.
most people aren't alcoholics and they don't actually get drunk while they're getting their
No,
makeup
they
on to
just
go
don't
out.
tell you about it.
Either way, you coined this. It's in the fucking article. You came up with it. This is my getting ready beer.
Getting ready beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tonight you did it.
I had a getting ready tequila soda because I'm skinny. Christmas horse is skinny.
Everyone knows a Christmas horse skinny.
Okay,
sure.
so something happened tonight,
Oh,
and I hate myself a little bit for it. Okay, so this week, prior to the Christmas whore coming into town, this week I've been like collecting all my Christmas packages, right? Like I've been going to the mail every day. Like, oh, my packages are here. Oh, my packages are here. And then every single time I get to the mailbox, my packages aren't here, right? So
Yes.
tracking is like your package was delivered. I go to the mailbox, my package wasn't delivered. I'm just raging I'm raging against the machine. And in this case, the machine is the United States Postal Service, right?
yes.
So 4 packages haven't been delivered. This has been, I mean, besides the Christmas horror rolling into town and having to get ready to drink, this has been the biggest news at our house.
Because fuck mail stealing tweakers.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what happened tonight while we were out, I guess, I don't know, sneaky fucking postal worker. He snuck into our house, I guess, and he delivered a package behind our bar.
Would that package be one of the packages you've been railing against the USPS about?
Yeah, imagine my surprise when I went behind the bar and I was like, hey, let's get some drinks for the podcast. What alcohol do we have? And I was behind the bar and I tripped over a package and I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh,
I was
shit.
there. I wasn't surprised at all.
No, that's sneaky mailman. He's got like a key to our house. He just walked right in and he just put this package right behind
So
our
you
bar.
put a box in the house, set it behind the bar.
No,
and
I
then
didn't.
Forgot that you did that.
No,
and
I
then
didn't.
Now you've been raging against
The
the
mailman.
machine.
That's precisely what
The mailman did.
This surprises me zero.
Exactly. It's not surprising at all. And then she had a really fun time opening it. She's opening it. She's like, God, it's like
It's
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's fucking Christmas. Look, I got 3 brand new blush palettes. Oh, this one's cute. Do you want this one? Do you doing lip liner? Look at all these. Look
Let
at
me
all these.
guess.
I'm like,
this
Jesus.
is the Ipsy package that's been missing.
What it looked like to me was disposable income. And the whole time.
She did say that. She did say that. I opened the package and I was like, oh, this color doesn't work for me. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw it away unless you want it. And she's just like, Jesus Christ, is this what disposable income looks like? And I was like, yes, sister, work fucking hard. And you
I don't
too.
care about the income. What I want is the last 48 hours of my life back where your mom has been screaming in my ear that some
Literally.
tweaker stole her fucking package or the mailman can't do his job. And she's been on the phone. She's been going to the post office. She's been railing and do your fucking job. Full Karen. Full Karen at the
Karen.
post office. And then you find out it's behind her bar. Another theme here. How much fucking alcohol do we drink? That
A
you're so
lot. You
drunk,
drink
you're
a
leaving
lot.
packages behind our bar. We have a bar in the house, and there's
The bar.
Stolen packages
Yeah, the
apparently
bar-
hiding
yeah.
behind there.
Packages in the bar. No, that's a
Oh,
weird one.
okay, wait. So you guys, in your version of this, the mailman didn't sneak back there and put it back there. A tweaker did.
You did.
Oh shit! A tweaker stole it, and he's like, "This isn't my color."
A drunk Karen's like, let's
And
keep this place nice. The kids are coming over for Christmas. Let me just hide these packages behind the bar.
Oh, that might happen.
Let me hide it behind the bar. I'll see it later because I go back there quite a bit.
Oh, that might
Yeah.
happen.
But you know
I
what?
was
All
trying
the
to
liquor's
tidy
on the
up.
top. All the liquor's on the top.
I was
you
trying
don't have
to
go back
tidy up
there.
because the kids were coming home for Christmas.
Yeah, well, I went behind the bar. I did. I mean, I was here for 5 minutes. I went behind the bar. You're fucking kidding me? I'm the Christmas whore. I'm the Christmas whore. And I saw a package there, but I didn't know you were missing it. I'm pretty bad about getting packages and not opening them. I don't lose them. I don't say the mailman stole them. I just don't open them.
Why didn't you say when you tripped on the package? Why didn't you say like, "Hey, Mom, there's a package back here. I almost tripped on it. Is this one of the ones you were looking for?" You could have saved me,
Because
like-
you have 50 packages a day. I can't keep up with which packages.
Well-
you know what I mean?
I'm still missing 3.
See, you are, and see, you're like, God, I'm so embarrassed. You know what? Actually, no. I'm like, you know what? It's fine because you are still missing 3. You have a right to yell at the mailman because
Yeah.
you're missing 3. But actually, why don't we just go through the house and try to find them?
Oh, you think there might
Like
be?
an Easter
It's like
egg
an
hunt.
Easter egg hunt at
exactly.
Christmas.
There
Yeah.
might be
Where are
more.
Mom's Amazon packages?
Mm-hmm.
There might be more hiding.
I
behind
want
the
to
bar.
ask you a question, Addy,
Mm-hmm.
because you said something that just didn't sound right to me at all. You said your mom said out loud, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed."
She did. She literally did.
She's never spoken those words to me
She
in my
said it
life.
several times, and I'm laughing. She's going through all of her new makeup palettes. She's so excited. What a happy surprise! All this new makeup. Merry
Hid
Christmas.
hidden behind the bar in the lost
Yeah,
package.
I had so much fun, but she's like, God, I'm so embarrassed. She's like, oh, look at this new mascara. This is what I really wanted. God, I'm so embarrassed. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? She's like, I'm not going to tell your dad. What am I
There
going
it
to
is.
tell your dad?
There it is.
I'm
I've
not-
never heard her in her fucking life say that she was embarrassed or at fault or anything.
Yeah, she wasn't going to tell you because she was embarrassed. Yeah, that's why. When she's embarrassed or at fault, she just doesn't tell you. But now you have this podcast, so we're coming upstairs with the wine, and she's like, I'm going to tell him on the podcast. I'm going to get his reaction on the podcast. That's so podcasty of you to save parts of your life for
the
when you're
podcast.
recording. Yeah.
This is healthy communication. Let's do it on a public
But I
forum.
did.
Exactly.
I would like to publicly apologize to all the staff at the Fresno United States Post Office who have been railed against by my Karen wife all week. I'm sorry to you.
I'm not. They're still missing 3 fucking
They're
packages.
still missing 3. I will say that, but I would never care in them.
2 out of 3 we know were stolen off our porch.
1 out of 3.
No,
No,
I
don't-
told you. You need a fucking camera. You need a doorbell camera. People have doorbell cameras for this reason. And wouldn't you feel so much better if you had one? Because then you would know, like, oh, actually, that's not missing. I watched myself on camera take that myself.
Oh,
you
so
know?
we don't need the camera to catch the tweaker stealing shit. We need the camera to prove
Yes.
that my own wife brought the fucking shit in the
Exactly.
house.
You need to watch yourself.
Now I'm convinced.
Take
I
that,
do
you know?
need a Ring doorbell camera just to tell my wife, like, no, honey, you brought it in the fucking house. Is this
Yes.
the box you're missing?
Exactly. You had a fucking beer in your hand and a dog in your other hand, so it was a little hard. You had to put the beer down. And
To get
You
the
know what
package.
probably
Yes.
happened was she had the beer, the dog, and the package, and she had to set one thing down, and you know, fucking, she wasn't going to give that dog up or that beer up. So
no.
the package got dropped behind the bar,
Behind the bar.
and
Put
now
a-
fucking
put a little wine in my glass. You'll
Ooh,
get
we're
one
gonna-
for
Pour.
top that off on
Pour,
the show.
pour. There we
All right,
go.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
Sharing is caring.
we did
Christmas
though.
horse shares.
In the-
always.
in the stolen package that the tweaker put back behind the bar to make me look bad, there was makeup and there was 2 different lip liners. So she put one on and I put the other one on. And so it's not like the big reveal. Like we came up the stairs and I was like, okay, let's give Dad some clues. We both have phenomenal looking lips on. And I was waiting for you to be like, hey, where'd you get that new lip color? Addy, where'd you get that new lip color? Sarah, and you didn't even know. Like, do you even look at us?
Of course he didn't notice. You put on the nude one, and I said,
Yeah, you have
Right.
you don't have nothing on your lips right now.
don't wear nude lip. No, don't wear nude lip products. Do
What's
not
the
wear
point?
nude lipstick. What's the point? Draw attention to your lips, ladies.
Okay, but yours have color.
Yeah,
and
they look fucking great, but my dad doesn't look at my lips.
Well, that's true.
Apparently, he looks at my neck.
Well, I do when you bring a Christmas
That's
hickey.
awkward.
Hey, it's
Grandma's
fading.
house.
It's starting to fade. I am very pale and I bruise easily. Okay, the man probably just grazed me, and I didn't.
I'm just like, don't you have enough self-respect for your
No.
grandma to just get a cold spoon and put it on there before Christmas? You're just like loud and
Nope.
proud. Here I am with a nice fat hickey on myself.
I was busy, man.
That
Christmas
actually
or stays
that actually
busy.
works. Okay, so there is 2 known ways to get rid of hickeys.
One is not to
No,
get them.
please tell me, because I
Well,
have.
that would be
You,
3
you
ways.
think I only have this one on my neck? I got a few more, and I do need some help getting rid of them. Sorry. Merry Christmas.
Jesus,
Christmas whore.
fucking whore.
You raised me.
Okay. So obviously I did not raise you well to teach you the 3. Apparently there's 3 ways to get rid of hickeys.
We didn't teach you
Lay
shame.
it on me, please.
Number 1 is not to get them in the first place.
It's kind of hot though.
Okay. Number 2, you do like your dad says. You freeze a spoon. So you should always have a spoon in the freezer, just
Always.
frozen,
Okay,
always.
Just ready.
Yeah,
Next
if
to
you
my vodka, just there.
yeah, no, if you
Yeah.
go downstairs right now and you look in our freezer,
You got spoons in there?
no, but I mean, I probably should. Like, I wish that I was the type of woman who
Yeah,
just had
You got vodka in there?
had like a frozen spoon. But your dad doesn't give me hickeys, so no reason for the spoon.
Dude,
But,
that sucks.
all right now, right?
But it
Why-
doesn't suck because if you sucked, you get.
Ah, that's a good one.
Why don't you give me hickeys? Don't you?
Because
love
I've been
me?
told do not do that.
Don't you love me in the same way
Look.
that the one night stand loved her?
You don't bruise as easily as I do. So.
If I meet you on Tinder, I'll give you a hickey.
You guys, I do have a little self-respect. I met this kid on Hinge, not
Yeah.
Tinder.
If I meet you on Hinge, I'll give you a hickey.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so frozen spoon, and then you just sort of like beat the
Beat
hickey.
it. You don't just hold it on there like you were icing a.
No, you gotta
Beat it.
beat it like tap 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 tap.
Oh,
You know,
I
that's
thought it was
just
a
gonna
hold-
bruise me
hold
some
and
more.
stick.
I bruise easily. I'm gonna bruise myself by hitting myself with the metal spoon.
Yeah, I don't really even know if this method works. This is just a method that I heard about when I was younger. And mind you, this was before the internet that I even heard about this. When I was like a young woman, like we didn't even have the internet. But I mean, like here's the thing, is I went every single Christmas and I never showed up at a Christmas with a hickey, and I did it without the internet.
No, you just showed up with a fucking baby, dude.
Well, that's
That's
true.
true. You did
20
ruin one
years
Christmas.
old. Here's my fat baby.
You had the fucking internet. You could Google how to get rid of a hickey before I go to my grandma's house, and you didn't even care to do enough to do that.
Dude,
But
I was
anyways,
busy.
okay, so let me go back. So word of mouth. Word of mouth. You freeze the spoon and you tap, 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 tap. I don't know if that one works. The other one, now this one I actually tested. This one works. You take a bottle cap, like the top of this butter wine
Okay.
cap right now, because this is a screw off. Because you and I are
Classy.
classy. We're not drinking. We don't have a cork.
Dude, I don't even know how
And
to
you
do
just
that.
you just take the bottle cap and you just twist over the hickey. You just twist.
Oh, it's like a
twist,
suction
twist,
thing.
Twist, twist.
Wait, no,
twist.
because suction is what made it happen in the
Look,
first
I don't know.
place.
I don't know what the fucking
That
science
doesn't make
is.
any sense. I know enough about science
No,
and
this-
anatomy that would not work.
No, this actually works. This one I've tested.
Twist it.
You just twist it over the hickey. You just twist, 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 twist. Now you need to have like 3 or 4 of your girlfriends over at the same time, and they need to be talking to you. Okay, now here's the thing. When I say I tested it, I was like 14 years old,
Yeah.
right? I wasn't like you, like 24, going home for Christmas,
Yeah.
like with the internet, where I could just look this shit up or wear a turtleneck. I was 14 years, because that's how old you are when you get hookies. Like you're 14 years
yeah.
old with immature boys, and you're an immature girl. I don't know what the fuck is going on with you.
I'm dating a little younger. I
Oh
will tell you
shit! Is
that.
he 14?
And you know what? I'm in a real musician phase right now. It's as you can
Jesus
imagine, it's kind of a
Christ.
nightmare. But hey, listen, look, everybody wants me to get married, get a boyfriend, have a baby, da da da. So, Merry Christmas. I showed up to tell you, hey, look at my neck. Something's on the way. Hey,
We're working
look
a
at me.
package.
I'm working on it. A man gave this to me. I'm talking to a man, and who
So-
knows what could happen there.
So I approve of that. But also, you just take the bottle cap and you just twist, twist.
I'm
twist,
not gonna do
twist,
that.
twist.
That doesn't make any
While
sense.
like 3 or 4 of your friends go like, "Oh shit! I hope your mom doesn't see this. Oh my god! I think it's working." Like you really, it's
Yeah, I
really
think the
about the
difference is that
cheerleading.
You had 3 friends there because you guys were all worried about having shame. You're like, oh my God, the
Oh
shame
yeah.
of this. She
Oh,
wore
yeah.
that
Shame.
fucking
Are you
hickey to
kidding me?
Christmas like a goddamn trophy.
Look, I did try to hide it with my hair.
Oh,
and then-
maybe the spoon and the bottle cap. Maybe that's just like a placebo effect, and it was the shame that made it go away.
I want shame.
Shame. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have that.
shame.
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 No, yeah,
Shame.
Grandma was calling me Christmas whore, but Dilly, little cousin, she was like, shame.
Well, I saw that. I was like, when your 17-year-old cousin's looking at you, she's like, why do you have a hickey? What's wrong with you?
Oh, but then she was also like, you want to see my boyfriend of the month? I was like, yeah, girl, do you want to see my 3 boyfriends of the month?
Wait,
Catch up, babe.
when people were shaming you, though, did the hickey fade a little bit? Like, does shame actually make a hickey go away?
It's on my neck. I can't see it.
Well, Grandpa and Dad can see it. I can tell you that.
Anyway, we were supposed to talk about the story, and we got sidetracked by my mom being a tweaker and hiding her own packages behind the bar.
Yeah, we rarely talk about the stories in the show.
I
But
noticed
no one,
that.
no one,
Talked about the story.
no
We
one,
have
no one
getting
is going to
ready
hear
drinks.
this fucking show and think we're good parents
Look,
when
no,
we call our daughter a Christmas whore for half an hour.
Well, here's the thing. It's true. You don't talk about the story as much. You dropped 3 episodes. You begged me to listen, so I did. And I remember these stories. These stories were written through my childhood, about my childhood. I'm like, oh, it would be lovely to listen to them again. I haven't heard them for years and reminisce and nostalgia. And then I'm listening to your first episode, and Dad's like, oh, no, don't get me wrong, you guys. We fuck. And I'm like, oh, great. My parents fuck. Like, that's really great to listen to. Oh, also, yeah, everybody listening, if you didn't hear episode 3 or whatever, my father, Rob Krider, his pecker is average. And I know that now. And I never asked. I never asked anybody, but I was told, somebody told me that my dad's pecker was average thanks to this fucking podcast. So now I'm here to create my own narrative. Christmas horror in the house. Let's talk about the story, shall we?
No, we never really cover the story.
Yeah.
I will give you this. So we
I
have
had to
gotten,
get him ready to
we
drink.
have received our first review of the show. This comes from my dad. I said, hey, Dad, you get a chance to listen to the show? And in his defense, you know that saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything at all. He goes, I wasn't going to tell you even heard it. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, we love him.
I said,
for
well,
that. What
maybe,
a nice
maybe it really
guy.
wasn't your kind of thing. Really wasn't kind of engaging. He goes, oh, no, you engaged me. The best thing I did on that show was I turned it off. I go, really? He goes, yeah, well, you know, I guess you're plagiarizing your own stories and stuff. I'm like, well, you probably need to read the definition of plagiarism, Dad.
Yeah,
I wrote the
don't
fucking
think, I
story.
don't think it's plagiarism if
He's
I
like,
wrote it.
so I hear your story, and the next thing I know, it's fuck time.
It's fuck time, everybody. It's
He's
fuck
like,
time.
he's like, all I know is you're fuck. And so I was like, wow, that's a fucking hell of a review for the show, Dad.
Yeah.
But in his defense, he was very kind and said, you shouldn't have asked me. And so shame on me for looking for a little positive
Dude,
reinforcement for my own
I don't
father.
know if you really understand what the word kind means when you're like, he was very kind when he said, you never should have fucking asked me. Like, that's like it's like an opinion. That's
It
not
wasn't his. It
kind.
wasn't his thing.
It wasn't
No,
his
I
thing.
get that.
He,
It wasn't his thing.
Grandpa should never come to one of my shows. Since that was his opinion of your podcast, he should definitely, if he doesn't like, oh, baby, it's fuck time, then he,
Time for fuck time.
so he doesn't want to hear what his granddaughter
I think in
says.
future episodes I'll be like, hey, it's Stories and Cocktails podcast.
It's
Time for fuck time.
Hey, everybody!
It's fuck time.
So
It's fuck time with the Christmas whore.
It's the Christmas
Okay.
horror, baby! Fuck time!
so we can check off our list. Christmas with my family. We still have your family coming up. We still have Christmas with
Yeah,
your
we're gonna
family.
play this episode live at Christmas.
They're gonna
I will
love it.
I will
It's
be
fuck time.
I will make sure that I watch my language for Christmas with your
Yes,
family.
yes. And for that, let's raise a glass
Cheers.
and to the Christmas whore.
Merry Christmas. Hey.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I love you guys too.
Hold on, everybody. It's not last call yet. We have another story on this episode. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get another round?
If you enjoy hearing Rob Krider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.
Okay, folks, we have one drink down the gullet, which means we need to get our next one on deck. Time to enjoy the second story. Bartender!
This story's called Here Comes the King by Rob Krider. Hey, that's me. I think my wife is so smart, wise, and fantastic that I honestly believe she would be a great queen. I only say this because if she were a queen, that would automatically make me the king. And I have some big plans as the king. First and foremost, I want to be the real king. Not this Great Britain royal family king sort of in name only with limited powers of monarchy. I want to be the send him to the gallows or off with his head kind of king. Not that I would ever behead someone. I just want the sort of power that allows me the threat of beheading somebody if I need to use my authority to get some things done. Because I have things that need to be done. I'm talking about making significant positive changes to our society, and I would start off with MTV. If I were king, MTV would play music videos 24 hours a day. That solves a couple of problems at once. First, we would watch music videos instead of dumb reality TV shows like Teen Mom. Second, there would be an immediate need for VJs, and thus Pauly Shore would have a job again. I miss the weasel, and I would be helping solve unemployment. If I were king, Taco Bell would deliver, no explanation needed. If I were king, I would implement Hawaiian Shirt Fridays. This wonderful mood-uplifting experience shouldn't be limited to corporate cubicle employees. It should also be enjoyed by police officers, garbage men, and gynecologists. Everybody smiles a little brighter while wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Let's give Fridays some aloha. If I were king, parents wouldn't be able to bring their toddlers to rated R movies. Ever. R stands for restricted for persons under the age of 17 without being accompanied by an adult. The R does not stand for recommended for toddlers along with their dumbass parents. I can't enjoy full frontal nudity and foul language when I'm sitting back one row from a mother, her baby daddy, and a 3-year-old. If I were king, farting in an elevator would be a felony. This is just uncool, people. It needs to be outlawed. If I were king, when you had an appointment at 9:30 a.m. with your doctor, he or she would see you at 9:30 a.m., not 11:45 p.m. Just because doctors spend a decade in school doesn't give them the right to make the rest of us spend a decade in their waiting rooms. And if waiting cannot be avoided, then as the king, I demand waiting rooms be stocked with the current issues of Hot Rod Magazine and Maxim, not highlights from 2006. If I were king, every couple who is about to get married would have to spend 8 hours in family court watching other couples fight over child support, alimony, and who gets to keep the house or the credit card debt, and other nonsense that happens with 50% of marriages. If I were king, Friday Night Lights would be back on television tonight. This request is specific for the queen, my wife, whom I love. She's a big fan of Taylor Kitsch, the actor who plays Tim Riggins on the show. I think she likes him because he and I look so similar. If I were king, when the radio station says it's going to have an all-90s weekend, I want all 90s. Stop sneaking in songs from the 80s and the 2000s. It's just sloppy disc jockey work. Instead of enjoying grunge music, I spend my time arguing and yelling at the radio. This song is from 1989! This frustration is a total waste of my time. If I were king, alcohol and gambling would be allowed for parents at high school sporting events. Let's be honest here. Watching JV girls soccer just isn't that exciting. But throw a couple of Coronas down my throat and put $100 in the winner, suddenly it's the greatest game in the world. Okay, all kidding aside, folks. I do have one thing that I think should be a law, whether I'm king or not, and it's not about MTV. So get ready to write your state legislator and help me push this along. If I were king, anybody who's been convicted of a DUI would be required to drive a car with a special red license plate for 5 years. The bottom of the license plate would read, convicted impaired driver, and we would all be able to clearly see these fools coming at us. If a required person is caught driving a vehicle without the red license plate, that vehicle is impounded for 30 days. Don't drink and drive, because if you do, you'll get the scarlet plate. By the way, if I were king, this column would be in every newspaper in America.
Okay, patrons, you've been to this bar before. You know it's cocktail hour again. Are we doing shots or what?
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails. We're coming to you from Sacramento, California. And what are you making drinks for? You made the same drink? Because you had a very new drink, but you didn't name it. So you need a name for this drink.
It's an anti-hangover mimosa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not like an antihistamine, but like an anti-hangover mimosa.
What makes it anti-hangover?
Well, I learned earlier that it's the coconut water.
Yeah, no, they say that if you drink coconut water, they also say if you eat asparagus, but I couldn't find any asparagus in the gift shop.
Oh.
But if you drink coconut water, readily available in the gift shop, that you can avoid a hangover.
That sounds good because we are working towards a couple hangovers here for sure. We are doing a story today called Here Comes the King by myself, Rob Krider, in the Santa Maria Sun, February 27th, 2013. And so, interesting story, different format, right? Just a whole bunch of things I think are great ideas. as opposed to the things I've done in the past. But I think it came out pretty well. Good stuff in there.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. So the whole concept of, you're the queen.
Yeah.
So this story, the whole story, was inspired by a song by the Ghetto Boys that I heard when I was in high school. Ghetto Boys, a pretty hardcore rap group from Texas. They came out the most insane hardcore rap I've ever heard in my life.
Wait.
Super shocking.
You seem to know a lot of backstory on this particular band. Now, do you know a lot of backstory just on this band, or do you just know a lot of backstories on a lot of bands?
Well, I was the DJ in college, so
You
I have a lot of
were?
Yes, KCPR, 91.3, left ear dial.
Okay, sorry that I interrupted.
So there's a line in the Ghetto Boys song. I'm gonna read this out loud because this is the fucking line.
Okay. And
Okay.
you stole it for the story?
No, I couldn't use it in the story.
Oh.
This is the exact line from the record.
Okay.
Ghetto Boys, like 1989.
Okay. Not to be played during the 90s weekend then.
Absolutely not. That's some bullshit.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Okay, sorry I interrupted.
So no, it's okay. It's like I gotta get this out.
I want to interrupt again.
Go ahead. I don't care.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Go.
All right,
I'll
this
shut
is
the
what
fuck up.
inspired the story. This
I'm
lyric.
going to drink so I can't talk.
This lyric. I treat a bitch like a queen, but she has to realize I'm the goddamn king.
Oh.
So
wow.
that was very formative to me as a young man. Because I thought, well, I like women. I want to treat one well, but she needs to know I'm the guy. You know what I mean? So I can't defend it. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what Ghetto Boys fucking put in a song, and I heard it in 1989, and I reiterated it in my own version of this story.
So every time in 27 years that you're just like, you're my queen, really in the back of your head, you were like, because I'm the fucking king. Ghetto Boys 1989.
Yes, for sure.
So every time I thought it was a compliment, it was really just you were like in your mind, like mentally exerting your authority over me.
100%.
God.
Just to be super clear. Absolutely.
That fucking sucks.
Hey, man.
I feel like everything that it's like, God, the rug's been ripped out.
But in
from
typical
underneath
hip hop
me.
fashion, they started with, I treat a bitch like a queen. You know what I mean? Like, they had women don't do well in hip hop. It's not my fault. I didn't fucking write these songs. I didn't promote these records. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, my my ongoing joke that I tell, and I don't know why I keep telling it because it never really gets a lot of laughs. But you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna tell it again. Maybe this will be
Can
the
I laugh
time.
early?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So one year, and I think there's a story about this. One year, Addie's senior year, we had the wonderful idea. We said like, okay, let's just put all of the kids. Like we could rent.
Oh yeah, RV prom.
Yeah, we could rent.
There is a story about this.
We could rent a limo like normal parents, or we can load all the kids up in the RV and we can chaperone them around. No, not chaperone, chauffeur.
Yeah,
We can
well,
chauffeur,
both.
but
Yeah,
chaperone.
yeah.
We'll chauffeur them around.
We are gonna make sure our daughter does not get pregnant tonight.
Yeah, we were, this will be fun. Like, let's do this.
It seemed like a great idea.
So we put, I don't know, like 10 teenagers in the back of the RV, but disco ball. I think I like covered strawberries and
And this is also our fucking brandy new RV at this
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So fucking new.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then we said too, like, it's your prom. Like, we're just the chauffeurs in the front. Like, we put the curtain up.
Yeah,
like,
no, we gave them their own privacy.
like, you guys, this is your
It was a pretty dope thing that we did.
No, it was. But we said, you guys can pick the music. And boy, did they pick the music.
They pressed that all the way down. That
I mean, it
lever,
was
and
all
they pushed it hard.
hip hop and rap. And
They cranked it up to. They blew the subwoofer out of my RV. It's still broken.
but it was just, bitches are hoes and hoes are bitches, and then
and
bitches
bitches
are
ain't shit.
bigger than hoes and hoes are bigger than bitches, and they don't fucking offer anything. So my joke is like, after about like 4 or 5 songs of that, like I started to fucking hate myself. I really did. I was just like, I'm worthless. I'm nothing but a hoe and I'm a bitchy hoe. I'm a horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not even a grateful hoe. I'm a bitchy hoe. Like,
Yeah,
how
oh, yeah.
dare me?
Yeah, this is rough.
The audacity of me.
We were like, and here's the thing: we grew up on incredibly offensive music, the Ghetto Boys, things like that. But to hear what was coming out of the sound waves in the RV that our teenage daughter was listening to, we're just like, whew, Jesus, man.
yeah.
I mean, we're pretty progressive. I was like, damn, that's heavy.
And then
Crazy.
we had like different stops along the way. Like we took them to dinner, and we stayed outside at like the Sonic while they
were
the
Big Pip, and then we
teppanyaki.
rolled up to the prom, and they got to get out of this RV. That was
But,
pretty cool.
But then halfway through, I get like the chocolate covered strawberries out of the refrigerator. I'm like, I know I'm just a fucking worthless hoe, but I made these strawberries for you guys. And then the girls are trying to eat them. I'm slapping their hands. I know, bitch. The men eat first.
Yeah, my husband, the king, has to eat first. He's driving this RV. So I would say this. The difference, I think, for me when I heard that music was that in 1989, when I listened to Get Up Boy say, treat a bitch like a queen, I was doing that with my male friends in my El Camino, pumping the bass. I didn't have my girlfriend in the car listening.
Well, I was just going to say that when you go, we were raised on Ghetto Boys. I was like, we?
Because I wouldn't have played Get Up Boys for you.
I never heard Ghetto Boys in my life.
Yeah.
Like, no. I was raised on...
That's what I'm saying. So this was like,
Duran
this
Duran
was like
and
sex
George
hip-hop that we enjoyed as
Madonna.
men. It was misogynistic. But when girls started to really enjoy hip-hop and they liked the songs and you listen to the lyrics of the songs, you're like, whoa, you really don't get what the song is about.
So wait. I'm super confused. Like, I don't want to listen to hip hop because it's like super. Okay, let's not say hip hop. Let's say like hardcore rap because there's like a lot of good hip hop.
Oh, it's some pretty good hip hop. It's pretty misogynistic still to this day.
But what you're saying is that I shouldn't listen to it because of the content, which I agree with you. But then I'm angry at you because I'm like, what? I don't have a right to enjoy hip hop. Like, I don't have a right to enjoy good beats, good raps.
Well, the thing is that
what kind of a
maybe
king
cooler,
are you?
It'd be cooler if the raps didn't say such hurtful things to women. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but here's the worst part, and this is going to be way too much information.
Okay.
I'm not going to walk it back, though, right?
Okay. Lay it on me, girl.
Okay. So it took until 2000 and something. I don't know. It took until I was like a 46, 47-year-old woman for female hip hop artists and female rappers to like finally be empowered and make their own music.
Oh, yes. Oh,
So
yeah. I know where this is going. That's good.
There I am, and I'm just like, oh God, you know what? Thank God. Like, I feel like I was part, like, you know, my mother was like, I burnt my bra so you could wear pants to school and so that you could take math in college, right? Like, that's my mom.
You
right?
could go to college.
So now I'm like, you know, the newer.
And get an abortion, which you can't get anymore.
I'm like the newer generation. That's too sad, too soon, too hurtful. Anyways, I'm the newer generation. I'm like, I had to listen to shitty misogynistic rap music for 25 years so that you could, you know, so I'm looking at my daughter, so that you could hear, you know, Doja Cat, like, you're welcome. I did this for you.
Right.
And I want to celebrate it, you know? And I'm like, yeah, this is fucking good. And then, but now I'm like fucking 47. I got like a bottle of lube on the nightstand from Costco. And I can't even cry. I don't sweat. Like, there's no wetness in my body. And here comes fucking this young, sexy woman just singing about how wet she is. She is just wet
ass pussy.
Yeah. God. It hurts. It hurts.
But you got to support it. I mean, but here's the thing you can't support. Remember when our
see how
daughter
conflicted I am?
and her friend and our little niece were in the front yard with the block rocker screaming that song as loud as they could to the whole neighborhood, and you came running down like, no, no.
Okay. In their defense.
It was pretty baller move on their part.
Well, it was during
COVID.
It was during COVID. It was a different time during COVID. We all had to entertain ourselves, isolated in our houses. So the way that my daughter and her niece and her best friend, and I know that sounds kind of like a COVID party, but our niece was living. We were all under the same. We were all under the same roof.
Yeah.
We were all in the same pod. So we go on a bike ride because that's what you did in COVID. Like, you learned how to ride a bike, and you enjoyed the outdoors, and you twiddled your thumbs. And so we go on a bike ride, and the girls get home ahead of us. They like rode up ahead or something, and then we come around the corner, and we just hear. Yeah, worst.
They're jumping up and down and screaming into the microphone.
And they're like 20, and 15, maybe? 15, yeah. And they're just...
Oh, their ages, yeah.
In the front yard doing karaoke to WAP.
Yes, WAP.
WAP, yeah.
Why is it WAP? Because wouldn't it be WAP? I'm confused by that.
Tomato.
No, tomato spelled the same. The acronym for wet ass pussy is WAP. Why is it considered WAP? Why do they refer to that song as WAP?
Because WAP? WAP?
That's not WAP?
Well, no, I know. Cap.
Rap?
Bop.
Drop?
These are things I don't fucking question. You know what I mean? I'll just go back to the part that we know, which is the part that we experienced.
Yeah.
So these three dumbasses,
White girls.
yeah, blonde, and they were all blonde because they spent COVID dyeing each other's hair blonde. So they just had the shittiest blonde hair dye, jobs, and they're just screaming. They're just doing front yard karaoke at like 2:00 in the afternoon. Wet ass pussy, wet ass pussy. I am offended on like so many different levels. Least of all, which is, because I need lube from Costco. So my brother is home. Like it's his 15-year-old out on the lawn. So I come in I stop the bikes, girls, what the hell are you doing? Turn that shit off. Like, what are you doing? I'm looking at my daughter and her friend. She's 15. You guys be like good leaders. Like, and they're just like, no, we're teaching her female empowerment.
This is super female empowerment.
Yeah. And I'm like,
back off, old lady.
okay, well, don't let the neighbors see you being so empowered,
But that's not empowerment.
Well, I know. It was a difference.
No,
in
when I watched you
generations.
police them, I was like, ooh, I don't know.
I know, you're like,
Maybe
this
the
is
right side
not-
of history
this is
on
not a good look.
Yeah,
So
I
then-
just back off on this.
So then I go in the house.
But of course, like most things, I couldn't stop you.
So then I go in the house and I look at my brother because he's already there, and I'm like, do you know what's going on in the front yard? And I'm apologizing to him though, because I'm like, my 20-year-old is totally corrupting your 15-year-old.
Actually, I'm sure the 15-year-old introduced that song to the 20-year-old.
So
for sure.
I'm profusely apologizing to my brother that my 20-year-old is corrupting his 15-year-old. I'm so sorry. Like, she should be the leader. This is a bad influence. Like, but then I'm also berating him. Like, how are you letting this happen in our front yard? Like, why didn't you stop them? And he basically says to me, like what you're saying to me right now, he's just like, it's 2020 and I am not about to tell, 3 empowered young women what they can and cannot sing. And I'm just like, God.
So when he did that, I was like, absolutely fucking literally not. He's not going to go out there and turn that off. God damn it. I'm just like, that's not a good look. You just do your thing, girls.
Well, it's hard when female empowerment and motherhood are just up against it. It's just, yeah. You know what?
It's been happening for generations.
I'm just glad we're past that. We're done
Our
with.
kids are cooked and grown.
We're done with COVID.
They can sing wet ass pussy as loud as they want in front of anyone's house. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, no, and I mean, someday my 23-year-old will be 46, 47, and she'll feel this sadness
In the dryness.
and the dryness.
You had a couple other notes on the story. One, we talked about Friday Night Lights. That's the greatest show on television. If you have never seen the show, stop listening to this stupid podcast and go watch Friday Night Lights. I think I've said that before.
Stream
so
it.
good.
It's so good, and I think
really good.
it holds up. It has to hold.
Then I will say this. So every once in a while when we read these stories, I'm like, I don't remember writing that. But fuck, that's a great idea. So I'm a highway patrolman, and this idea I have about putting red license plates on cars, like, that's super good. Like, I probably should have actually tried to make that happen. I just wrote that story, and that was it. Like, I didn't actually actively try to get those red license plates done. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should write my legislator and be like, hey, man, Assistant Chief Krider here. Got a great idea. Let's do these red license plates.
You can't do that. You can't
No?
you can't label people. Like, you are
Label
not.
the drunk people?
Yeah. Well, they were drunk once. They're not drunk now.
Well, I'm going to publicly shame them.
No,
I do not. I have a whole podcast about drinking. I do not believe in drinking and driving. I'm absolutely fucking 100% against it, and I want to do my part to curb it. I've seen a lot of people die because of it. I personally was there when they died. I worked on people who died. I had to investigate these tragic crashes from drinking and driving. So, like, I have a real passion for it.
Ooh, okay. What about this? Because we don't want to label people by their mistakes, but I also hate drinking and driving. And I bet you the technology exists. I'm gonna harness this technology, and this is gonna be what I do in retirement. Okay, so here it goes. You have like a breathalyzer in your car that
Already exists.
I know. Wait for it. It's like it's not existed. It's connected to like an LED light display on your license plate. And you cannot start the car until you've blown into the breathalyzer. And if you're good to go, then it lights up like blue or something. And if you're drunk, your license plate lights up red.
No, if you're drunk, the car doesn't start. That's how Jesus Christ.
That's better.
Yeah, that's probably better.
That's
Let's just not let the car. We already have that technology. The car doesn't start. Instead of just like, it started, but hey, heads up, this guy's got a red license plate. He's wasted. Too bad we didn't have the technology to stop this from happening.
I'm just saying a red license plate after the
God
fact
bless you.
doesn't do anybody but punish them for their past sins. Where
Yeah, this is America. We're about crime and punishment. Punishment. No, I'm trying to shame people. What I'm trying to do, I want them to be so embarrassed. I want them to not fucking drive. Just leave your car in your garage and take an Uber.
yeah, but once they, well, I don't know this. I don't know the statistics. And now we're getting boring because now we're getting into like real fucking issues.
I'm trying to
and we're
save
a
the
couple
world
of
right here,
drunks.
dude.
No, but I mean, like, what's the repeat rate?
What's the recidivism rate for drinking and driving?
Yeah.
Really high. Super high.
So, like, if I got a DUI, not me, hypothetically, right? John gets a DUI.
Yep. John's a dick.
He gets this red license plate, and it's needed because there's chances are John's going to continue drinking and driving.
For sure.
And me, Sarah, I need to see that red license plate and
Coming
say
at
that's a
ya.
drunk on the road.
Yeah, and get out of his way.
So there's like it's more likely that people are repeat offenders than it is
All I'm
likely
really
that
trying to
we're
do is
like hurting. We're hurting people.
we
Like we're
don't-
continuing to punish people for their
Yeah, we don't really take DUI that seriously in this state, unfortunately, in California. We should.
in any
Europe,
state.
Europe does a better job of this.
Oh, what do they do?
They'll cut your balls off. Like, no, you're fucked. Like, you will lose your license for a long
But
time.
also they have really good public transportation and like cute little cobblestone streets that you could just walk to the pub.
Well, that is one view of the world if you watch television. But yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't been there.
So,
I don't know.
yeah.
But I feel like when I watch movies, they
Right.
spend time on the tube, which is
Yep.
like public transportation, and then they like walk down cobbles. Do you watch Ted Lasso with me?
I do.
Tell me you don't want to walk down that little
You know what
cute-
you never see them do? They don't
Drive.
fucking drive.
But they don't drive, period. They just walk down that little
Well, the
cobblestone
soccer players,
lane.
the football players, they drive their very fancy cars.
That's true.
Long story short, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to take DUI a little more seriously, and I don't want to hit you with the pocketbook or make you to go to more and more DUI class. I'm just going to slap a red license plate in your car and make you feel dumb about it. And then every time someone's like, "Oh, you got that," and they bust your balls, you're like, "Yeah, I'm not going to fucking do that again." Or you're walking out of a bar about to get in your car with your keys in your hand, you look at that red license plate, you're like, "Ah, fuck." The cops are probably going to profile this shit out of me, which is illegal, and we don't do it.
I got
But
something
I'm
better.
also going to say
I got something better.
we have the right to pull over anybody with a fucking red license plate after 2 a.m. for no fucking reason.
Oh, you kind of like how when someone's on probation
Yeah.
or parole. When someone's on
Both.
parole. Both. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got something better.
After 2 a.m., red license plates, immediately pulled over.
No. I got something better. Okay. You get a DUI. You don't have a red license plate. You just flat out don't get to drive. Like,
Well, it turns out people drive anyways.
no.
Oh.
Okay. This is
You cut your hands and feet off?
no, this is a twofer, right? We got a lot of seniors who, like, let's be honest, Social Security ain't cutting it, right? So we got a lot of seniors.
Okay.
They need to make a little extra cash.
Okay.
They're also kind of chatty, a little bit annoying. They drive slow. They drive bad.
So just so the listeners know, everybody has phobias. My wife does not like old people
No, I don't.
at all. You fucking hate old people.
Well, okay, I got a theory on this.
They should already be dead?
No one, and I've run this by so many people, and because you know how my toxic trait is like something that I feel guilty about. I try to get I tell everybody, and I try to get them to like make me feel
No
better
one's
about it.
on your side on this.
No one's on my side about
Yeah.
this, but I keep
No, it's
telling
very
people anyways.
mean-spirited.
No. Here's my theory, right? There's a couple kinds of people, right? Like you can
People who hate the elderly
no. Like, okay,
and then everyone else.
when I tell people I teach middle school, they go like, "Oh my God, how do you do it?" Like 7th graders are like the worst. And they treat me like I'm the saint, right?
Because you are.
So my theory is that like all of my patience and all of my tolerance goes towards adolescence. Like
You got no time for old people now.
yeah, like you can be someone who can tolerate geriatrics or you can be someone who tolerates adolescence. You can't be both.
There's almost so much in your bucket you can give.
Exactly.
I got no time for you, Grandma.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get some goddamn groceries and get out of here.
Right. When I go to Walmart and they're like, "Welcome
Friday
to
Night Lights is gonna
Walmart."
be on. I gotta go.
Yeah, and I'm like, 85-year-old, I don't have fucking time for you to welcome me to Walmart. Like, let me just go. You know what I mean? And they're just like, "Hey, we're just trying to be nice, Karen." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, boomer, you don't even fucking know the reference. Like, just get out of my okay." Because I spend my day with fucking adolescents, and I got patience at the goddamn wazoo for adolescents.
Sure.
So, anyways, that being said,
Yeah. What's the solution?
the solution
I hope
is
it's not like Hitler's solution. The final solution.
no. If you get a DUI,
Don't say you like me. I'm not getting
No.
a fucking DUI.
if a
I don't drink and drive.
hypothetical person, when a hypothetical person, John, gets a DUI, John's personal chauffeur. We're solving 2 problems at once, to supplement their Social Security income and just to get them out of the house and get them socialized. He gets a senior citizen who is his personal Uber driver, chauffeur. They drive him to work.
That's punishment because you hate old people.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I can show you.
Well, they drive bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The statistics on elderly driving is pretty rough too. That's why
No,
we
but
have Age Well, Drive Smart programs to help old people, find out if they should be driving still. So I don't want a bunch of elderly people driving around a bunch of drunks at night because they can't see well, they don't drive well.
Well, no, you don't get to go out at night anymore because.
Oh, now you're restricting people's movements. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to give people a red license plate, and you're like putting an armband around them, giving the Star of David and shit. Like you're
No.
actually trying to make their lives.
No,
much
that's what
worse.
you're doing with the red license plate.
Yeah, the
I'm-
scarlet license.
No,
plate.
I'm just trying to help him out. I'm like, look, you made a mistake. You were a drunk driver. You need to take some time out from driving. You need to think about your choices in life. You need to, reflect.
It'd be cooler if you didn't do that.
You need to, make some different decisions, find some new coping mechanisms. And in the meantime, you still have to get to work. So Ruby, she is this very pleasant, chatty, 82-year-old. She needs a little extra cash. She's going to pick you up for work every day. Your commute used to take 12 minutes. It's now going to take 32. But that's fine because Ruby, she needs the company.
Needs extra money, yeah.
She needs the extra money.
And she might even bring cookies.
And she's going to take you to work. And you know what? And if those cookies fucking taste like ass and have rotten raisins in them, overcooked,
Cat hair.
you're going to eat them anyways. Because Ruby cooked those for you, baked those
That's
for
right.
you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Do you see how this is like a, what do they call that? Like not like a parasitic, but like a symbiotic relationship.
Symbiotic, yeah.
And so they both get something out of it.
So the elderly need the DUI drivers. So we're promoting DUI so we can help elderly with their retirement.
No, we're trying to make a good situation out of a bad.
No, you're trying to make it a shitty situation. You hate old people.
For John.
And you want these
Not
people
for
to
Ruby, though.
suffer. You want people to suffer. And I'm just trying to put red license plates and warn everybody.
You know what? I usually, oh man, is my face red? I'm feeling embarrassed. Usually, like, I am the morally upright person, and you're usually the one that's just like, ha ha ha. Like, just a minute ago, you're just like, fucking hip hop is right. Fucking, could I treat my bitch like a queen? Like, women ain't shit. Usually, I'm the one that's like,
First of all, I didn't say that.
You need to be a better person. So I feel shame that somehow this episode has gone so off the fucking train tracks.
Because
that
if
I'm the bad
if I ever want
person.
to paint you bad, I just got to bring up elderly and the homeless. You'll always, you sound like
Oh.
the third right.
Don't think that my first inclination, like when I first came up with this idea, like, what was it, like 4 minutes ago? I know it seemed like I just impulsively talked, but in the impulsive talking, I was thinking homeless. I really was. I was like, oh, we could solve 2 problems at once. Like, the homeless can drive you if you get a DUI. But then I figured most of the homeless probably have substance abuse issues. And if they had cars, they'd probably get DUIs. So I ruled them out. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
They sit in the back seat just stinking up.
Oh, so you have Ruby drives, homeless, has a home now. It's Ruby's back seat. And then DUI guy has to just get a ride around with it.
Yeah.
Smelling bum piss and getting driven around by it.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You know who's not going to fucking drink and drive if those were the laws?
You.
Me.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't think of anything more fucking scary than
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's pretty gross. Pretty gross. I think we're going to end on that. I think you've already really colored yourself not to be the greatest American at this point, and not a fan of the homeless or the elderly. And these are populations that probably need our help more than anybody, but they're not going to get help from you.
I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to put
I don't think you really are trying
Baby.
to help them.
Okay, let's give them all names. We got Ruby, the elderly. We
John,
got
the DUI
John, the
driver.
DUI driver, and we're gonna have who's our homeless guy? What's his
Careful
name?
now. What's his name?
Tom. Okay.
Maybe it's her. Maybe it's her.
Well, no. If it's her, she belongs in a shelter. She needs our help. She needs our compassion.
Gotcha.
Like, she can't just be driving around as punishment to John. She deserves better than that.
That seems like a situation for human trafficking.
No, she's not. She's in a shelter. We're helping her.
No, but if you put her in the back seat of Ruby's car, Ruby's like pimping out Shelly with John, the DUI
no,
guy.
I am not
who's already
saying
making
this.
unsavory decisions.
I'm saying that all 3 are being helped.
He's getting a
Tom-
blowjob. He's eating cookies. He's like,
No.
I'm gonna have more DUIs.
No,
this
no,
is
no,
a great
no,
service.
what? Stop talking about Shelly being fucking trafficked. Like I don't understand how Shelly is homeless and now all of a sudden she's blowing John. Like this
I'm
is
just saying that statistically
Okay.
she would do that.
now I'm back to being the morally upstanding person.
This was your idea to pimp
No.
out some chick.
No,
Terrible, terrible.
she is
you women
safe.
never have each other's backs.
she's safe in a shelter. I put her safe in a shelter.
What
She's not
shelter
part of
is this you're not paying for, taxpayer?
She's part of this DUI program that I implemented.
Oh, she is.
No, she's not part of this DUI
Oh,
program
I'm
that I
confused.
implemented.
So
No,
you are using her as a hooker.
no, I'm not. Anywho's it. Tom benefits because now he has an Oldsmobile roof over his head.
Mm.
Ruby gets to supplement her Social Security, and she gets the company of John and Tom. Not in a dirty way, because you're fucking dirty. You're going to make it dirty. Any second now, you got Tom, performing cunnilingus on Ruby. She's too old for that. And then John gets a ride to work, and he gets reprimanded for the bad decision of drinking and driving. And he reflects. He talks to Tom, and Tom's like, don't make bad decisions because you're going to end up living in Ruby's Oldsmobile
In a van down by the river.
or in Ruby's Oldsmobile. But everyone benefits. Do you see that? And somehow the government skims a little money off the top and opens a shelter for Shelly to be safe and to get the help that she needs and to get back onto her feet.
I'm going to end this episode by cutting to the chase. What you want to see happen is you want to see those three people in that car, and then you won't say it out loud because you're a kind person. You want that car to just sort of run out of gas right on the train tracks, and then it's hit by an Amtrak, and then those three people are no longer part of society.
That's not what I want, and I will tell you why. I don't want you, as the accident investigator, to have to go out and suffer
I cleaned that up many times.
like the PTSD of like seeing that. Like
Nah,
that just
that's nothing.
seems.
Once people are
seems-
dead, it's just hamburger meat. They
Okay.
don't talk to you.
I don't want other highway patrolmen who have empathy to go out and suffer the PTSD of seeing that
Well,
horrific scene.
When we give you the personality tests, we make sure you don't have empathy. That's why we're fucking cops, man.
Okay, well,
Someone's going to clean brains out the freeway.
okay.
That's our job.
Then I don't want the passengers on Amtrak.
I'm trying to avoid all this by doing red license plates. You're trying
No.
to kill homeless, elderly, and DUI
No, what I
drivers.
was going to say is I don't want to see them be hit by Amtrak because then all those Amtrak passengers have to see that. I just want them to
No.
go off a cliff,
You don't
Thelma and
want-
Louise style.
Exactly. You don't want to be hit by the trans because they're going to be delayed. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Are we going to get to San Diego? This train stopped again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking Ruby, Tom, and John stop the goddamn train again. Now all the traffic is
Exactly.
backed up.
This is a shit show.
Just-
That's why I hate public transportation.
Just Thelma and Louise it right
Right
off
off the cliff. I knew in the end you wanted to kill these people. I knew it. I was like, you want these people to die
I don't.
because you're setting them up for death.
I don't.
Well, you haven't seen how elderly drive. One of the craziest pursuits of my life was an elderly lady driving the wrong way on 101. And I had to freaking chase her around for like 30 miles. It was crazy.
This got dark. This is
Well, it's because you like to kill homeless people.
this is dark humor.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Folks,
I got a happy hour I got to get to.
yeah, we do. And listen, just watch Friday Night Lights. Very positive show.
Yes. Oh wait, and I never got. Okay, this is gonna be so quick because I got to go get my
I gotta
free happy
pee.
hour. I got to pee too. But look at what your article said. Do you remember, circa 1995, sitting in the dorms, just getting high, and just going like this? Man, could you imagine if fucking Taco Bell delivered, dude?
Now in 2000 something, we're living that absolute beautiful reality where you can
You can
get high and Taco Bell will be delivered right
You
to your door.
can legally get weed delivered, and then
You can legally get
taco,
high and you can have Taco Bell delivered to your
but you
house.
can get the weed delivered. Then you get high. Then Taco Bell gets delivered. Like that's like if someone would have told me in 1995, you could get Taco Bell delivered,
Oh, first of all, you can get weed
free,
legally.
legal,
You're
not
not
free,
going to get arrested.
not free, but
You get weed
legally.
You can get high and you can get Taco Bell delivered. I'd be like,
Oh, and
I'll
also
never leave this dorm room.
if someone told me, and Taco Bell is gonna have like Slurpees, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking liar. You lie.
What kind of utopia is this?
Yeah, what alternate universe do they have Slurpees?
Let me
and
guess.
they
I'll be just
deliver?
carrying around a phone. It's a TV and I can watch porn on it. No way. All right, raise a glass, girl. Cheers.
To Ruby, John, and Tom.
They're dead.
And that was Last Call. You did it. you survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only 4 Spanish dollars. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.